Hello everyone, and in this video we are going to make this menu. So if I click on it, it pops up like this, and if I hover on and text, you could see rest of them are turning into like different colors. And if you just want to learn like this effect, there is a video on my YouTube channel in which you could actually just have like the only text which you have hovered on highlighted, and the rest of them turn like blurry or different color. And it is not just for text, it is for like everything, like image and icons, anything that you want. Before we start, just I want to remind you guys that this is from my series of like 7 animated menus, and I'm planning to make more in this template, and you could get this template for $5. So I've already created a video for this one, video for this one, video for this one, a video for this one, and this one. And this is going to be the last one, but again I'm planning to add more. So even if you purchase it today, in future I update it, you could just get it without paying anything extra. One important thing to keep in mind is simply just going into your Elementor, go into settings, and make sure these two boxes are tick marked. And this to do like not much, but what this basically does is that, let's say for example, for my this text, if I go into style and if I, let's say, do clear, you could say it turns to a clear icon. But if you didn't do this tick mark, both of this, what would happen is every time you do clear, it will automatically choose the primary color like this. So no matter how much you try to do clear, it will automatically turn to the primary color. So just keep that in mind when you are planning to make this. And the reason why we do that is simply because we want our code to control the text elements or anything like the color and all. So which is why it's good to do that setting. And again, if you want to learn that this particular effect, which is hover focus effect, I have a video, and you could see we can turn like blurry, we can do like lots of different stuff. So I have a header, and then I have like two container inside of this, left and right, and this header is full width, weight 50 pixels of left and right. So depending on your header, you will have to do like your own settings. So first thing first we will do is, in the right container we will add our icon. But before we do that, I want you guys to know one more thing. So you could see, even though this is opened, I'm able to scroll, which is not good, right? So you could see we don't want that effect to happen. So we don't want that scrolling to happen. So just keep in mind that if you are using static menu or static header, so right now this is static, right? It does not follow us. And if I, let's say, turn this to fixed or use like the Elementor sticky options, you would see this is now sticky. So based on which one you use, we will actually be doing different methods of creating this menu. So for now, I'll do static one, and then for the sticky one, we just have to do like few extra steps. So first thing first, we will just do the static one. So in the right one, we will add an HTML widget like this, and we will copy our code. So I'll give this code in description in my website. So you could just go in here and then add it, and you could see we have added this menu. Now, if you want to learn to customize this menu, just check the first video. So if you check the video of like this, okay, if you check the video of this, how to do this one, I've actually explained how to edit this HTML widget, and it's same. I've explained it at the start of the video, so you could just quickly check it and then do all the setups around here. We can actually change the border. We can make it like have no border, change the background. If I click on it, we can see, we can just change which color it shows on clicking on it. So you can actually customize it a lot more. So just check that video. I'm just going to double click and name it like my hamburger icon or something. And then we will give it a CSS class. So go to advanced, click on save, add this one. You can find all these codes in my website. Then we will work on creating this menu. So all of this stuff. So we will just create a new container. And let's create like a 2x2 container. So like this one, make this full width, make this be 100 VH, so it takes like full screen like this. Now if you check that, if I, let's say, add some color into this one, you could see that it is not actually till the edge. You see there's also some spacing at top. So choose your container and remove the padding which comes by default Elementor. That way it actually reaches till edge. I will also remove the color, and let's just call it, I guess, menu PG or something. And we will give this one a CSS class of DM full nav 3 like this. Then we simply need to give this the color. So I'm actually just going to check the reference that I have, the previous website created. I'm just going to copy this codes into my styling gradient. This is the first code. This is the second one. And then I have chosen 90 linear. Oops, not this one. And this is how it looks. So you could see it looks same. Now if you want to have this grid, you could see this grid. We will actually just in our menu widget, we will add an HTML widget like this. And then we will add the code, which I'll give it in description, which adds the div, like nothing will show up obviously. And then this grid div we will just copy and add the CSS class. So this one is our grid code, something like this. And inside of this we will just add the CSS class grid div. Obviously nothing is showing. Okay, it is now showing, you could see. Maybe if we keep it at the top, you could see it will not show. Never mind, it is still showing because we haven't added any color to it. So I'm just going to keep it like at the bottom, and then this one next. If you add the grid div after this one, the issue might happen that you would not be able to click on elements or something. So just keep it like this. Or I can simply give it like pointer events none to. I don't know if I've given it in the code, but just keep it at the start. It just works. In the left one, we will add our stuff. So all of this text. Also, rather than making our menu full width, I will simply change this to boxed and then do like around 1300. So our content is like around this much only. In our left container, let's just add some text heading. And again, you could place it however you want, do some styling and all. I'm just not going to do much styling. And just keep in mind that if you keep it like this full one, then even if I like, let's say I'm hovering around here, right? See, but it's not actually on the text, it is around here. It still is changing the colors because actually the size of it is like this big. You could see this pink border is the actual size. So if you keep it this much, then it would, anyone when hovers someone, or I'm not able to speak today, but basically if someone hovers on here, it will also work. So you could simply just choose as start. That way it does not do that. So it's your choice, your design choices. Just do however you want. Now keep in mind, we will not be using this one. So let's just clear it. Let's duplicate it few more times. And I'm just going to name it quickly. So I just named it to like basic stuff. If you want, you could give like more padding and all. And all of this text would be given the class DM full nav3 text. So let's copy this and then paste it. Also make sure you do not use H2 and H1 because it's bad for SEO, right? Because these are only used for headings. So we can do like P or something, or span. Let's do P. And make sure it is clear, and then weight 600, 700, not too much, medium. I'm just going to do copy and paste style. Like this. Not sure why this color is looking like a bit different. Okay, my internet might have stopped working. You could see they are not loading at all. My internet is not working nicely, so a bit slower. Then we need to just add any text that you want and this map and all this stuff. So these are like basic adding widget stuff. So again, you could just add a paragraph. If you want both of this to be equally spaced, you could do is you could turn this into like this star, or you could even choose like this percentage if you want. It's your choice. I'm just going to do this pen icon and then do like 12%. Make sure this is not like this. Do 12% and then do pixels for the rest of it. Select 12 pixels, or actually 20 pixels. And you could say it's a bit laggy when we do like this pen icon, which can be kind of annoying to work with, you could see. So until it loads, we have to like wait. And because I'm using like percentage, I can actually remove this and just keep it normal. And then we can do the same thing. Turn this like this, do some 12% so that it is equal from top. And if you want, we can make all our elements at the right side. Again, I'm not planning on styling, so I'm just going to add it like this. Next, we will add our map like this. Just choose your height and anything. Again, it's your choice what you want to add here. I'm just adding the same stuff that I've added around here, and these are just icons. So we can simply add an icon list around here like this. Not an icon list, but social icons. This one. Okay, so I know it does not look pretty, but I think that's your job to make it look pretty and how you want to style it. So now we have just added all our elements. I'm just going to do is select my menu BG, and at the end of it, I will add an HTML widget. And the reason why we add it at the end is because we want all our elements to load first, right? And then only we can control it. There is a way to do it by adding like adding some extra code, like just one extra line, and that also makes it like we can just place it wherever we want, but I've just made it this way. So this code, which I'll provide in description, you just have to add it, and suddenly you could see it just went hidden. Let's preview. Let's click on this one, and again it's getting behind all of our stuff. So we need to select our menu BG, give it, let's say 9998. Our header, by the way, has been given like nothing, so let's just not give anything to our header, and our icon should be given 9999, so that it is the only one that is above this one. Now if I click on it, you could see it works, but we are able to now scroll, so it's not good or not perfect. So what we can do is, if you go to this HTML widget where I've added the code, you could see there is like, let me scroll down, there are two at the end of this one. So for two commented code, so when we comment a code, it does not run, but we can still keep it there, or we could add some comments like explaining the code. So what we can simply do is, and this is only for static one, okay, it's not for sticky version. So if you were using sticky version, just make sure you keep this commented. This I will give you like this extra code. So this one basically removes the scrolling. Let me just duplicate my HTML widget, and in the top one, I'm just going to copy this. It basically stops the scrolling, and in our code, the bigger one, we will simply remove this double slash, and this basically activates the code. And if I publish now, again, remember this is only for like static one. Also make sure to style it for your, just make sure you style it so that it looks nicer on your mobile and tablet too, by just going in here and doing appropriate styling. So I had actually done some wrong coding, so I just fixed it quickly. You will not need to do anything, you will just need to like copy paste it. And if I click on it, you could see now we are not able to scroll. There is slide scrolling, but that is only because this admin bar is showing. So if this admin bar was not showing, there would not be this slide scrolling, and obviously your viewers would not see this admin bar. So you could say it works, this grid works perfectly. Some issues around here, right? So let's just see why that's happening. So all of this have not been given P, so make sure we have been giving P to this one. That's why it's doing that. And now you could see if I hover on it, it basically turns it into this opacity stuff. So let me just show you something about the code. So if I go into my HTML, whatever features that you add in here, so DM full nav3 text dot inactive, anything that you add, any color that you add in here would be the color when it is inactive. So rest of them, the color is like 0.5. So you could see this 0.5 transparency of white color. So if you want to add any blur effect, different color, you could add here. And if you want to change the color, you could just add it around here. So this would be the one which is like white color, and this one would be the transparent one like this. Now you could see that it works, but again, now we need to do is make this for sticky version. Now for sticky version, we need to do is simple, just create a different container, so that make sure, where did I create the container? Make sure it is between your menu BG and header, and paste your this icon in here, and let's just delete this icon. I'm just going to hide this menu. So right now you could see my header is this much only, and my container is different for the icon, and there is menu bg. What this does is that if I give this one fixed position like this and give it 999, I've given it like 4 nines, okay, and then make this white in color. Now this allows us to have like sticky header. Now what we need to do is we need to make this hamburger icon, which is in a different container, to be sticky. So let's do fixed right side. We could do 50 and then 25 from types. So we can just play around with it. Now for the header, we can just increase the padding on the right side like this, and you could see now it looks nicer. So 120. So even though these are like from different container, they look like they are at the same location. So if I scroll down, you could see, and make sure this container, the one that has hamburger, has been given 0, 0 and 0, so that this container does not take any space, because by default Elementor adds like some padding and all. Now if I give my hamburger icon, so this one is like the header is, we will make the header be let's say 99997. Our hamburger should be the highest, so 1 2 3 4 9, and our menu bg should be below our this one, so 9998. And you could see it will work, but it would just take you to the top of the page, so that's not what we want. So if I scroll down, it will take to the top of the page. So that's why we simply just do not add the no scroll code to this one. So you could actually just make this again be like double slash and then do double slash like this, so that it does not use the code, and we remove this code too. Let's do publish, and this one would allow your hamburger icon to show, but people can scroll behind, but it does not really matter, right? Because it's the main focus is around here. So even if they can scroll, it's no issues. And you could see people can just scroll up and close it like this. So just keep in mind that if you are using static, then add the no scroll code, and if you are using fixed like this, then make sure to add like this, don't add the no scroll code. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Check all the videos, get it for the $5 price. If you have any issues, just comment it. And again, the reason why we add it in a different container is so that this icons, this menu icons and logo does not show on top of this stuff. So yeah, that's all. It is also responsive, so you could check it in your mobile. Go into your to live demo and check all the menus that you want. So yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.